Hello, beautiful souls. Goddess of Fire here, back for another fire conversation. Hot topics today are the month of December and water signs. A couple of things before we get started. I am open for personal readings right now. Information for, pricing and contact will be in the description box below. So just wanted to make people aware of that. So the month of December is popping off. There's a lot going on. December 7th, we have the midpoint between the lunar eclipse that we just had on November 30th and the solar eclipse that we have coming up on the 14th. So that means the veil is going to be pretty thin. On December 12th, we're going to be experiencing a lot of light body activations. Like I just mentioned, on December 14th, we've got a total solar eclipse in the sign of Sagittarius. December 15th, Chiron goes direct, so that's just going to be kind of a way for you to see how much you've healed, and how much you've kind of grown from that healing. December 18th, the sun aligns with the galactic center, so that's going to be a very high energy, high vibe day, so just be aware of that. Me personally, when that happens, I get a lot of headaches and exhaustion, so just kind of being aware of that. December 20th, Jupiter enters Aquarius, which is going to bring in a positive start to 2021. Very action oriented too. And then on December 21st, this is a big day. We of course have the winter solstice, Capricorn season begins, and then Saturn and Jupiter align, which hasn't happened for 20 years, and this is the closest their alignment will be for over 400 years. So they're going to be within 1 degree of each other. And then on December 29th / December 30th, we have the Cancer full moon. So far, what I've been picking up for, collectively is like the energy is just happy as fuck. Luck is going to be on your side. Now is the time to kind of take chances and, make calculated risks. There's just a general feeling of more openness and, freedom. We're going to be prone to expressing and feeling more confidence, communicating, brainstorming, and taking actions with new hobbies, ideas, passions, etc. Anything that kind of makes you feel like you're you. It makes you feel alive. If you've been feeling or facing a lot of roadblocks left and right, it's because you're being detoured and rerouted to your correct path. So, like I said, we are going to be doing water signs, and each of those will be time-stamped in the description box for your convenience so that you can go straight to your sign if you choose. So, I'm just going to pull a couple. We're going to start with Cancer and pull a couple of, theme cards. Got third eye chakra. So we're experiencing a lot of intuitive activations. Third eye activations are coming in. So if you've been experiencing just more headaches and they almost feel like they're in the center of your head, that is because your third eye is trying to crack open. So, doing some third eye chakra meditations, arming yourself with, some clear quartz or amethyst is going to be really helpful to kind of guide that. And just allowing yourself to rest really is going to be a good thing, but definitely meditation is going to be a big helper to kind of help to decalcify that pineal gland. Drinking alkaline water is another thing that's coming to mind for you guys too. Yeah. Let's see if anything else wants to come out. Okay, base chakra. So that's your root chakra, getting to the root of some things. But to me, this also feels like you're having a chakral cleanse that's happening too. Healing some inner child issues, getting grounded. Maybe that's why I was talking about meditation. That's a great way for you to ground yourselves. But this is you opening up kind of from top to bottom is what that feels like to me. Okay. Let's get some other guidance cards for you, Cancer. Ooh, okay. You deserve sugar, not salt. Now's the time when you're going to be sweetening up your life. Removing any negative energy, negative people. Negative talk to yourself even is going to be a big one. I actually want to pull, oh my fucking word, another one for you guys. Stars, you can manifest your every wish. This is you tapping into your feminine energy. And utilizing your intuition. This is, again, I feel like there's a lot of meditation that needs to happen for you guys. Connecting with your higher self, connecting with your guides is going to be really important for you during the month of December. And connecting with people that kind of, are on the same wavelength as you. Guidance cards for you, Cancer. Hold your vision. That's pretty self-explanatory. We got more to come out. It's time to take action. So this is definitely about sweetening your life and creating those manifestations. What's interesting that I'm noticing too is that these two cards match and these two cards match. And this almost feels very masculine and feminine too. Like your third eye chakra in holding your vision is, kind of playing to your feminine energy, and then the base chakra and it's time to take action is playing towards your masculine energy. So really working with both your masculine and feminine energy to kind of co-create. I feel like that's a big theme for a lot of us in the month of December too, is just co-creation and realizing that we have just as big a hand in the experience we have as, the universe, God, spirit, however you choose to identify. So I am actually going to break into tarot now. Let's see what you should be expecting emotionally for the month of December. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, so 5 of Wands, Knight of Cups, and 5 of Cups. So this is feeling very, like there's a lot of emotional conflict that's happening here, because 5 of Wands is about conflict. But this also, again, feels like masculine versus feminine. And I feel like there's like an internal argument that might be happening over how you should follow your heart and go for something that means something to you. I'm going to break this down a little bit. Tell me a little bit more about the 5 of Wands, Spirit. What is the conflict? Feeling stuck. Again, that has a lot to do. So you're feeling stuck with being able to move forward, move out of this emotional kind of conflict that's happening. And like I said in the beginning, if you've been feeling like you're facing a lot of roadblocks, it's because you're being redirected, you're being detoured to the right path. So tell me what this Knight of Cups is. This Knight of Cups could even be a relationship, honestly, but it really just feels like something that is really important to you, and there's a big shift that's happening, I think, in what's important to you. Things are just kind of falling away. But it's a positive shift. It may not feel like that right now, but it's opening up your heart to better opportunities. This Five of Cups is just feeling at a loss, and I feel like when I said in the beginning, I felt like Five of Wands was your masculine energy, and then the Five of Cups feels like feminine energy. I feel like there's just a disconnect emotionally with your feminine side, or there's too much of a connection with your feminine side, so there's just a lot of emotion that's being pulled through right now. But again, this feels like it's a lot of healing. There's just a lot of changes that are happening, and I know that a lot of Cancers are creatures of habit, but your manifestations are still on track. Just emotionally, it doesn't feel like it's there. So just hold faith, you guys. So mentally, what is Cancer experiencing in the month of December? Oh shit, Joe. There's a mental freedom that's happening. Because, I don't know, it feels like there's just like an intuitive recalibration, and I think that could have been a result of the November 30th full moon eclipse. Full moon lunar eclipse. I feel like that definitely probably catapulted you into a new approach to your dreams, your wishes, and your manifestations. Because the Fool is a fresh start, a clean slate. And what's interesting about the Moon card is like this cute little black cat, but in the reflection, there's a giant panther. So I think this is also discovering the power within. This clean slate is because, you know, the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. Some things are ending. Some cycles are ending. And it feels like the wheel is turning in your favor because there's a new sense of confidence that's coming forward. And you're ready to make moves. It's like you're tapping into Sagittarian energy with this Queen of Wands card. Tell me more about the Moon. What was this this mental realization? I think I really need to break that down after looking at this panther. It's realizing that you are bigger than what you appear. You're greater than what you appear. You're no longer holding that back. You're no longer holding back your greatness. If these cards don't stay fucking right, I'm gonna lose my shit. Okay, let's see what we're gonna go through. What's Cancer gonna experience spiritually for the month of December? Balance, the Temperance card. The month of December is going to bring balance. And you're alchemizing. You're transmuting a lot of your pain into power. And that could be what I was picking up on here with this cat versus panther. It doesn't matter how you look, it's how you feel. And this is actually the card of Sagittarius. Spiritually, you're going to be within your element this month too. You have control over your emotions because you're balanced. What else should Cancer expect spiritually this month? I'm not taking all that. Y'all are tripping. Give me one more card. I'll take 2 at most. I'm just trying to give me like 5 cards. I'm not trying to do all that. Okay, that's what we needed to have come out. Empress. Again, this is about manifestations. Creating. This also is like a very nurturing. That's very much Cancer energy. You guys are very big nurturers. So this could be nurturing yourself, nurturing, your goals. Your family, your soul tribe. It's just this temperance is, having the strength to explore more things that kind of, I think you've mentally always wanted to do, try. You're doing and trying. Tell me more about this Empress card. What are you cultivating? What are you creating? What are you nurturing, Cancer? Oh, shut up. Nurturing yourself, nurturing your own emotions and making sure that you're following your heart. What's interesting too, following your heart, following what makes you passionate. What's interesting too is I'm noticing on this Knight of Cups, the little Hermes-esque, Mercury-esque wings that are there, which I think is interesting. It's like this Sagittarius just entered Mercury, so it's like this energy is carrying you through the month of December and allowing you to kind of not lose focus over what gives you life, what makes you feel alive, what drives your soul. Let's see what challenges is Cancer gonna face for the month of December. What challenges are we gonna face? As Cancer is being forced to kind of take a different path to get what they want, exploring themselves on a spiritual level. Ooh. Challenge with unexpected income. I don't feel like that's a challenge. But the challenge is the unexpected income might take a minute to get to you. So being patient. If any of you have been feeling like money's coming, it's coming. You just don't know when. But it's interesting because this card is 27. Together that's 9, which makes me think it might be coming closer to the end of the month for some of you. It could be the end of this week for some of you. It could be in 2 weeks. Some other challenges may arise. Okay. It might take a minute to get to you because there's a lack of consciousness that's happening. If you feel like you don't have enough, you might not have enough, right? And we don't want to draw that type of energy to us. So let's see how we're going to be supported. How is Cancer going to be supported for the month of December? The Talisman, you are destined to succeed. There's like a lucky charm or something that you do, like a ritual even, that's going to help pull this in. Time is of the essence. So it's coming soon, like before the end of the month, or for some of you even within like the next couple days. Like just know that this month money is coming. So let's finish up with a postcard from Spirit for some last minute guidance for Cancer. Ooh, okay. Dearest you, on Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories and creating new ones based on shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one often enough, it becomes your main story that you use to define yourself and the world. So to get the answers you seek, you must get vulnerable and hear your story when you tell it. Ask, why do you tell it? Is it really true? What else can be true? Can you see the truth that Spirit is in all things? Do you see how other stories overlap and intertwine? Spirit loves stories, for they are like blueprints for co-creation. Man, I was just saying that too. So tell the one we know to be true about you a story of courage, gratitude, and honesty. Tell an empowered story about well-being, wisdom, and grace. You will experience your world according to the story you tell about it. So make sure they're stories you're proud of. Genuine, loving fan club. Ooh. Trust your intuition, Cancer, and trust the process. I know you guys don't like change, but who does? You know, gotta take it as it comes. But just, you know, remaining positive is gonna be the best way to get you through any personal doubts. All right. Now we're going to go into Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio. And break into you guys now. Okay. Let's see what's going on for Scorpio for the month of December. I would have to sneeze. I've been feeling like that for the last like 60 seconds and it's getting on my nerves. My sneezes are obnoxious, so if I sneeze, sorry in advance. It shakes my whole soul when I sneeze. Oh, okay. Patience in temptation. That's so interesting. So patience is, you know, obviously being patient. But in traditional tarot, that is the Temperance card, so the card is Sagittarius. But you also have the Temptation card, which in traditional tarot is going to be the Devil. So I feel like there's a temptation to kind of like stop your process or kind of give up because it's not happening in the rate or the speed that you want it to. But the temptation is it just feels like being tempted to go back to your old ways because you're not patient enough to see some of the results. Healing and growth is a process, and it takes time. And unfortunately, as humans, we want things to occur in the time that we see fit. But divine timing is sometimes at work. I'm not going to force another card out on that one, so let's move on. So be patient and don't be tempted to go back to old patterns, old ways. I mean, you can try, but at this stage in the game, I don't even think you can go back. Remember to practice self-love. I feel like there might even be an immense kind of pressure you're putting on yourself. But you need to take a moment, take a breather, you know. Get a massage, go get a reiki treatment, go for a walk, take a long bath. Do something for you. I know it may be difficult, you know, and for some of you, this could be you taking the time to practice like your spirituality, you know, doing some meditation, doing some spell work, creating things, nurturing for yourself. I feel like there's like is an anxious vibe that's coming from a lot of you Scorpios right now. And that could be because there's just a lot of cosmic stuff popping off. Oh my God, show the world the real you. I think that's coming from the temptation too, is the temptation to turn away from your true self. It's hard to make changes. It's hard to be open and reveal yourself sometimes, especially if people are used to you being one way and then all of a sudden you're another way. The great thing about Scorpios though is you guys don't really care what a lot of people think. So that's good, but what can happen is you care a lot about what you think. So if you don't feel comfortable being your truest self, and I think that really, I'm not going to force that either, really comes down to, you know, self-confidence, self-awareness, and also ultimately whoever you're surrounded by. Because if you don't feel safe to be yourself in your current circle, And for me, you know, with this full moon in Aquarius, I feel like you've been holding back emotions too. And that could be kind of kicking you in the ass, because the water bearer, Aquarius, you know, Aquarius holds that their emotions. They are very well at managing them, or even kind of keeping them at bay. But with this imagery, she's dumping it out. So there could be an emotional dump that's happening, and that is just causing a lot of emotional disturbance, spiritual disturbance. And I think that that's why this, you know, practice self-love is coming out. It's because you need to nurture yourself right now. So let's go ahead and jump into some tarot. Okay, I didn't even ask the question, but emotionally, what are you guys experiencing? Being emotionally closed off. The Hermit is kind of introspective, is kind of closed into themselves a little bit, not as open. But I feel like that's because you're trying to create a plan. Yeah. You know which way you want to go. And you're trying to figure out how to get there. That's what that feels like. So you might be emotionally closed off because you're trying to be more in your masculine energy right now. Tell me more about this Hermit energy. Yeah. You're keeping everybody at arm's length right now. Tell me about this Three of Wands. What direction are you trying to go? What are you trying to create? Stability. Okay. Stability, and also bringing manifestations into your reality and grounding them. And that could have been that energy I was talking about in the beginning with the, you know, the patience and the temptation card. Tell me about this Three of Pentacles. What work are you doing? What work is Scorpio doing? Oh man, you're working on anxieties. Deceptions. This could be that you're lying to yourself, or no, that's it. You're lying to yourself and struggling with letting things go right now. I think this is letting like emotional trauma go. That's what that feels like to me immediately. Mentally, what is Scorpio going through for the month of December? And that's, you know, looking at the Eight of Cups, like letting go of some emotional traumas. That could definitely feel like, be like the blockages. You know, and drawing back to self-care too. This could also have a past life connection too. But mentally it feels like you're trying to achieve emotional balance. But I feel like because this you're working on trying to let go of anxieties and, you know, lies you tell yourself and emotional traumas that could be kind of impeded right now. Mentally, I feel like there might be some word vomit that could arise. But I think that's just because there's a high level of stress right now. It feels like everything is crumbling for some of you. So I want to get a little bit more information. What is the Six of Cups? You're mentally focused. Why are you so focused on trying to be emotionally balanced? Because you're already mentally balanced. So now is the focus on emotional, because the King of Swords is really, it's just a mature energy to where you're using your logic and your discernment in a very healthy and well thought, well planned way. And I think there's just the want or the need for that same strength and evenness on an emotional plane. Tell me about this word vomit that could arise with this Page of Swords here. I feel like this word vomit could kind of be about some of the blocks I feel like you're experiencing. And the need for, you know, stability financially in your 3D world. This Pentacles are about 3D world, so this is telling me that your thoughts are running so high that you're superfluous right now about kind of your earthly troubles is kind of what that feels like. And then the Tower energy, there's going to be a big change for you. And it does feel like it's for the better. I don't know. I'm just always going to say that change is positive. You know what's interesting is I'm picking up a lot of Saturn energy on this Tower. And others would be like, no, this card is about Uranus because it's unexpected and that's Uranus's energy, but this feels very Saturnian. It feels very karmic. It feels like there's going to be a divine disrupt is what I just heard. I am not getting any clarification on this Tower card. I almost feel like you guys know It might be. But this is karmic. I say Saturnian because Saturn is the lord of karma. You know, and we have that big alignment between Jupiter and Saturn on the 21st. So there might be a huge breakthrough. Yeah. And I feel like this is a heart, your heart is opening up. And I feel like that's like a big deal for you guys. Because I know a lot of Scorpios. I have, my Venus is in Scorpio, so I don't like to open up to anybody. I can do everything by myself. It's a trust thing. You gotta trust in the universe a little bit. Spiritually, what is Scorpio going to experience this month? An end to anxieties and stresses. In the soul, balance is coming in. A reason to celebrate. Manifestations are coming through. Jesus. And you're no longer going to be trapped within yourself, bound by your own fears. Spiritually, tell me more about this Four of Wands. What's balancing out for Scorpio? This feels like working with spirit guides, working with your soul tribe is what's balancing out for you. What's being released on a spiritual level so that Scorpio no longer feels trapped? What's being released is the comfort of being within your masculine energy. And finding balance between your masculine and feminine energy. That's what's being released and what's kind of coming in as a result of it. Let's see what challenges Scorpio is going to face for the month of December. I feel like there's going to be a challenge as far as relationships go. Like romantic relationships specifically for Scorpio. This could be breakups. That could be that tower. This could also just be challenge of being open within your relationship. And the challenge is being able to see the blessing that comes from letting go. Interesting. Let's see how Scorpio is going to be supported for the month of December. Authority and diplomacy. Be supported by your masculine energy and your ability to stay within your power. be supported by choosing your words carefully. So I think this is just really about being aware of yourself, being aware of when you're staying in, depending too strongly on your masculine energy. I think that is going to kind of come into play. That's how you're going to be supported. And you're going to be supported by being within your awareness to know when to say and when to speak and whatever you should speak within that moment. I feel like you're going to have some angelic assistance in that realm. And postcard from Spirit. Let's see what Spirit says. Dearest you, miracles never run out. Look back over your life and you will see so many moments of synchronicity when all the right people, the right place, the right opportunities, and the right time just showed up without any of your help. Think back to how you felt just before a miracle happened. You felt you were giving up, but it was more like a gentle surrender to whatever was about to happen. We want you to know that miracles are being concocted for you and will never ever run out of them. You just don't get to choose how they come, who will deliver them, and when they will show up, and what they will do for you. All of that is our department. Spirit knows what is best for you and what wants to be expressed through you. You are incredible and amazing and a magnet for miracles. That would be a good mantra for you today. We're on it. Relax. If you only knew how much you were loved. Sigh. So just being able to surrender a little bit will open you up, and going with the flow, going with the current instead of against it is always going to be within your favor. All right, now good luck this month, Scorpio. I believe in you. Now let's see about Pisces. What is up for Pisces for the month of December? Oh shit, damn. Temptation. I'm gonna pull another one before I go into what I think this is about. Oh, for fuck's sake. It's this one. Okay. So this is devil energy. And suffering in silence is actually Nine of Swords energy. That's Nine of Swords in traditional tarot. Sorry, I had to adjust myself a little bit. I feel like it's the temptation of keeping your struggles to yourself. And being able to open up and kind of depend on some other people around you. Because whatever you're going through, Pisces, you gotta have at least one person, two people, a couple good souls that are in your corner that speak your language, that get you and are down to help you carry the load, is what that feels like. Oh my god, I'm gonna fucking... These goddamn cards. Ugh. Okay. There's some interesting energy coming through. So the first one was lavender. Surround yourself with love. So this is, I was just talking about it, you know, going to your people, whoever they are, one person, two people, fucking Jesus, I don't know who it is you go to or talk to, but go to those people and have them help you sort out whatever kind of things you're going through. It feels like it's mental and emotional. I wanted to try and pinpoint it to emotionally or mentally. No, it feels like mentally, emotionally, and mentally. Expectations. Don't seek anyone's approval. And then releasing guilt. The don't seek anyone's approval and releasing guilt feel like they're closely tied together. Don't let anybody tell you who you are. And I feel like you either know that or are coming into knowing that. And then releasing your guilt for doing what makes you feel good. Releasing your guilt for being confident. Releasing guilt for moving on from old friendships, relationships, jobs, situations. And this also feels like it could be past life, because as Pisces, you know, you guys are the final sign of the zodiac. And you guys actually come into incarnations with a lot of past life trauma connected to you. So there could be some guilt there. And I feel like you guys need to, there's some soul retrieval that needs to happen. You need to be calling back pieces of yourself. Yeah. I was going to pull you guys a moon card, but I don't feel like that's really necessary, because we got 3 of these. We got 3 of these. But this one wanted to come out. A win-win outcome is in the forecast. I feel like you're working with someone, and this could be a tribe thing to build something. But it's going to pay off for everybody involved. So, pumped about that for you guys. Let's get into the tarot. What should Pisces expect emotionally for the month of December? Oh shit. Balance, karmic clearing, finding a new direction, finding a new path. Oh fuck. And you know what? Tapping into Archangel Michael's help for cord cutting. Mentally, what is Pisces going to expect this month? Are you serious? A new spark. Something's coming. It's like you're following passions and not dealing with anybody's bullshit. With that Queen of Wands. And also following truth. You are following your own, you're on your own path. And I think that that's kind of what needed to happen for you. Oh my fucking God, these cards. Spiritually, you are in tune. I don't feel like I have to clarify anything. Spiritually, there could be some psychic attacks coming your way. Just bearing that in mind. And then we have the Knight of Swords and the Chariot. You're moving quickly to this new path. That's why that, it's like you thought you've been on the right path, you've been doing the do, and then all of a sudden you get to this point and you didn't realize you were gonna have to turn. Yeah, because you got some moving pieces happening, some things are shifting for you. And it's stuff you've been praying for. God, what challenges is Pisces going to experience in the month of December? Challenges being recognized with high honor. This feels like a spiritual thing too. Like spiritually you are a high priestess. And this goes, and I'm being told, Pisces rising, sun, moon, and Venus need to pay attention to this high honor. But you guys are a big deal. Also going to be challenged with thoughts, racing thoughts. So I feel like there's just going to be some self-judgment that's happening because you are such a big deal and you're starting to realize it. But how are you going to be supported, Pisces? Oh shit, this new relationship with yourself, this new level of understanding you're coming to with yourself and your gifts. It's time to win, y'all. Okay. And being aware of some fiery energy that could be floating through you. Stay in your lane, stay in your spirituality. And here is your message. Dear you, you're in such good shape right now that we're all doing a happy dance. In this moment, you have the power to make a choice to get with spirit and co-create a miracle. You may wonder where this is all going, but if you want to manifest your desires for the highest good, you need to stay focused on the now. All power is in the present moment. Ask yourself, what are your dominant thoughts now? That's the thoughts. What beliefs are you motivated by? Do you have clarity right now? How is your conscious contact with the divine? Are you plugged in, or are you trying to do life all by your small self? This again, going back to your tribe. Get rid of negative energy now. Resentments be gone. Forgiveness and love enter, please. You can do your life beautifully and create your most powerful future right here, right now, in this moment. Aren't you thrilled to know you have a huge cheering section over here? Love and hugs always. And that's it, y'all. Until next time, hope this was helpful.